Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 10th of June. If they are deep in Pakistan, we will go deep into Pakistan over terror attacks. India rescues crew members from burning Singapore cargo ship off Kerala. And interim regime turning Bangladesh into fascist state, says Awami League student leader. And now for all the details. Nearly 3 weeks after the end of a brief but intense conflict between India and Pakistan, India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar has issued a stern warning against future terrorist provocations, reiterating that India will not hesitate to strike back regardless of location. If they are deep in Pakistan, we will go deep into Pakistan wherever they are, Jaishankar said as he addressed the Indian community in Brussels, where he is on an official visit for high-level trade talks with the European Union. Earlier, he also told media outlet Politico that Pakistan is a country very steeped in its use of terrorism as an instrument of state policy. That is the whole issue. The recent flare-up began after the deadly Pahalgam attack, which India blamed on Pakistan-based terrorists. India launched Operation Sindoor in response, conducting drone activities against what it claimed were terror hideouts in Pakistan, further triggering drone strikes by Pakistan. India launched Operation Sindoor in response, conducting drone strikes against what it claimed were terror hideouts in Pakistan, further triggering drone strikes by Pakistan. India has long accused Pakistan of harboring and supporting militant groups, a charge that Islamabad denies. Jaishankar's comments underscore New Delhi's hardened stance on cross-border terrorism and signal that India is prepared to adopt a more aggressive posture to deter future attacks. In a tragic incident, a thick smoke rose from the Singapore-flagged Van Hai 503, about 144 kilometers off the coast of the southern Indian state of Kerala on Monday. The cargo ship was bound for Mumbai. A massive fire erupted on the ship, causing 40 containers to fall into the Arabian Sea in the northern Indian Ocean, officials informed. Out of 22 crew members, 18 were reportedly forced to jump overboard to escape the flames and had been recovered, authorities said. Although officials did not disclose the nature of the cargo in the containers. The doctor attending the rescue members informed that 2 of the 6 crew members are critically injured.
We have received 6 patients. All of them are having the burns. 3 of them are Chinese nationals and 2 are from Burma and 1 is from Indonesia. Out of 6, 2 are critically injured. About 35 to 40% burns are there on the face and rest of the body. And mainly they have airway burns, that is respiratory burns, which is much more severe. They have a breathing problem. So we have to monitor closely over a period of few days and see how they do.
Moving on, the Bangladesh Students' League president has accused the interim government of steering the country towards fascism. He claimed former PM Sheikh Hasina was forced to flee and has called the upcoming elections a sham in a dramatic outburst.
Saddam Hussein, president of Bangladesh Students' League, affiliated with former PM Sheikh Hasina's banned Awami League party, has accused the interim regime of turning Bangladesh into a fascist state. In an interview with news agency ANI, Saddam Hussein claimed that Sheikh Hasina was forced to flee on August 5, 2024, due to a student-led movement that began over quota reforms but was hijacked by anti-democratic forces. He denounced the ban on the Awami League and its student wing, calling it an attack on democracy and secularism.
About fair election, inclusive election. So actually they are afraid of ballot boxes, and also by doing this, that they actually, this is not only a decision against a political party, they actually disenfranchises the people of Bangladesh, because if you ban the most promising, most popular political party in a country, you are actually shut down the window of people's choice actually. Another thing is, that as Bangladesh right now is a fundamental state, is that it has a huge network with the international terrorist organizations who believes in Khilafat, who believes in Sharia law, who have their relationships with other terrorist organizations with the country. So they, that they thought Awami League as a threat to their dream of making a Khilafat.
Hussein further slammed Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus, alleging tax evasion and political manipulation. He also pointed to increased gender-based violence, religious extremism, and attacks against minorities. He dismissed the promise of national elections in 2025 as a sham, citing mass arrests and political repression.
If so, that considering the current context, if you are saying that you are going to do elections and it is without Awami League, it is actually an omelette without egg, or you are staging the famous drama of Shakespeare, Hamlet, without the Prince of Denmark actually. And also you are not liable to the people's right, to the people's voting rights, people's civil liberties, political rights, and you are saying about election, those things, reforms.
Moving on, health workers in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir have continued to hold protests to demand justice after being terminated without a notice. Around 237 employees of the Maternal, Newborn and Child Healthcare Program, also called MNCH, have been protesting at the Central Press Club in Muzaffarabad for over a month now. Most of the protesters are women who were giving their services in far-off remote areas. Despite year of service, they say they were never regularized and have been left to fend for themselves. They said the most disappointing thing is that nobody has come to engage with them so far. The protesters blame that this is not the case in Pakistan, where employees have been regularized, but the people in the occupied region still do not have access to equal rights and have to face exploitation. In a major push to bilateral trade cooperation, Sri Lanka has signed 2 memoranda of understanding with China to set up a working group on trade facilitation and on industrial and supply chain cooperation, the Chinese embassy in Colombo informed on Monday. Taking to Platform X, the Chinese embassy in Colombo said that both the countries have taken steps to deepen economic and trade cooperation, signing key agreements and exploring additional investment opportunities during the 8th meeting of the China-Sri Lanka Joint Trade and Economic Commission held on May 29th in Colombo. This development comes amid growing competition between India and China to expand their strategic and economic influence in Sri Lanka, a key maritime nation in the Indian Ocean. While China continues to invest in infrastructure and trade partnerships, India has stepped up its engagement through credit lines, development projects and people-to-people initiatives. Moving on, a compelling photo exhibition was organized in Nepal's Kathmandu on Monday to raise awareness about changing mountain habitat, linking it with tourism and identity as rising temperatures and climate change threaten the high-lying habitat. The exhibition was organized by Rashtriya Samachar Samiti, the national news agency. It featured 96 photographs under the theme Mountain Tourism, Our Pride, Our Identity, capturing the fragile beauty of high-altitude landscapes and the growing threats posed to the mountains by rising temperature.
पर्वतीय पर्यटन हाम्रो शान हाम्रो पहिचान भन्ने विषयमा गर्यौं यसको हाम्रो दुईटा उद्देश्य छ यसको चाहिँ मूल रूपमा एउटा कुरा के भने यो अहिले वातावरणीय चर्चा छ माउन्टेन मेल्टिङको अवस्था छ जलवायु परिवर्तन आदि इत्यादिको प्रभाव नेपाललाई परिरहेको छ यो बेलामा हाम्रा पर्वतहरू संकटमा परेका छन् हिमालयहरू संकटमा परेका छन् त्यसका बारेमा पनि जनजागरण चेतना फैलाउनु पर्यो भने
Nepal, home to 8 of the world's 14 tallest peaks, including Mount Everest, is reliant on mountain tourism and faces growing risk from climate change. Melting glaciers and unpredictable weather now threaten both livelihoods and heritage. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.